As a business leader, you set the vision. And it's really important to make sure that vision stays crystal clear. Because when you're clear about what it is that you want, then you can go and set the strategy. The biggest issue inside a business today is that we are often technically competent, but we are strategically negligent. And when you think about the strategic negligence, it's absolutely crazy. I was working with some people recently and they said, hey Josh, we sell a lot of units, but we want to try to sell houses and we don't know how to do that. And I was like, okay, well, let's talk about a few things. When people sell units with you, what do? They go and buy houses from our competitors. How long has this been happening for? 20 years. Wow. So you've got 20 years of transitional data where someone who used the service to sell a unit has now gone and bought a house. Why don't you just grow up with a client and go and sell the house for them when it's the right time to do that? And I said, hang on a second. How big is your property management business? Josh, we've got 1,000 properties under management. Right. And where do the landlords live? 800 of them live locally. You know that? Yeah, I do. But you've never been out there to go and see those landlords about their principal place of residence, to give them an idea on what it's worth, to be able to assist them in being able to maybe use some extra equity, buy another investment property, or maybe to sell the house and go and buy something else. They pay you an annualized fee every year for managing their properties. Why wouldn't they use you as their agent to actually go to sell? And if you start thinking about the houses, like how do you get better at the videos that you do and the marketing that you do and using all of the other things that you do in the social environment, that's what great agency is all about, is that you're actually really learning how to go and play with those strategic and competitive advantages. But here's the basic idea. If you've got a competitive advantage and you don't use it, it's not a competitive advantage. And so that's what you've got to do, is you've got to go and have a look at the strengths that you've actually really got as a business and learn how to leverage them so then you can ultimately win. Now, if you're going to set the vision, it's up to you to then go and set the strategy on how you're going to go and do it using the strengths you've already got and then getting clear about the strengths that you actually need to build.